everybody. This is Laughing at Strangers podcast. And I am Steve Marion, and with me as always is my lovely, beautiful wife, Codie Marion.
Were you going to do something?
No.
Hi, guys.
Yes!
He was trying to find a button. I was like, is there something going to happen?
And I do have a dip in, but with this high quality mic, you won't hear the dip. You won't even hear me spit. You just be hearing that lovely...
If you do...
That little chair squeak I was trying to make it do.
You almost fell backwards.
Yeah.
If you do hear it, then you can just punch Steve when you see him.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said...
In your face, sucker!
Yeah, what he said. But yeah, welcome back to another episode. I don't even know what to call this one. 2?
Yeah. It could be episode 2, I guess.
Yeah.
We're not doing episodes, really, I thought, anymore.
But technically it is an episode.
The week of August 1st.
Yeah.
It's the first day of August, which means it's almost Halloween, which means go ahead and start buying Christmas presents. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, and y'all probably end up listening to this tomorrow anyway, so.
Yeah, so it'll be August 2nd.
It is 6:06 p.m.
Like they needed to know that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm standing away from the mic too much. Like I said, we have one mic. I need to get another one.
Yeah, he keeps moving it back and forth between us.
Yeah. But I had a pretty good weekend. And Codie, we had a pretty good weekend too.
He's telling me I did. I did.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I hope everyone...
Headshot.
I did not mean to press that. I was trying to look around.
Stop pressing
I'm not
buttons.
meaning to. There we go. I was looking for more buttons.
Well, for those of you that tuned in last week, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
I know.
We love seeing that you guys are still listening to us, even though we just ramble on about absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah. This time I actually have some shit to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
And speaking of shit to talk about, we just got done watching like from the beginning of Harry Potter to the last movie that they made.
Yeah.
Because we had to pay for it online, but somehow we got a hold of it really cheap.
It was magical.
Yeah.
Like it was magic. No.
Yeah. And we got a Blu-ray edition, so we started watching. I had to buy a Blu-ray player and shit. And I'm like, who the fuck owns DVDs anymore?
Yeah.
But we got a hold of
do.
it, and we watched it from beginning to end. Took about 3 weeks because we were lazy.
Yeah, we didn't watch it. We watched, I don't know, 4 of them in a row, and then it was just like all of a sudden we just stopped.
Yeah. And Codie come to the realization like okay, they was saying, okay, you getting chased by bad guys, you have all the power you can possibly handle. I mean, what the fuck?
It was frustrating me, and I'm sure a lot of people that are into Harry Potter and stuff like that too, that it just frustrates you knowing that you literally have like millions and millions of options of spells, potions, getaways. I mean,
Yeah.
you have literally every power imaginable at your fingertips.
And they make a tent look small on the outside but gigantic on the inside, and they can't do that with their own homes.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, I'd have a fucking mansion in like a porta potty.
I just feel like a lot of the things, and it could be just the movies. I have not read the books. I'm going to read the books, but I have not read them, and I just feel like a lot of it is just really redundant and ridiculous because it was just like you literally could do anything, and you chose to get caught. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Like me and Zach, we was talking about it today, and in this one scene where they're getting chased by these, I guess they call them snatchers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't they just get a fucking stick and do whatever they do with the brooms to make it fly? Like, kaboo de broomus flyus or whatever they do. Fucking all of them hop on that damn log and just fly away. I mean, or call a broom to them.
Tree flee.
Yeah, tree flee. Tree flee, motherfucker.
But then he was saying that the lumber prices are so high right now and people be riding 2x4s going across the sky.
Can't afford wood no more.
And he's like, these damn Hogwarts kids took my porch railing.
Second damn time this week. And then Codie come to realization with that vast school, how big it is, and not one of them had a teenage pregnancy. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, I'm a horny teen when I was,
Well,
and so was Codie. And how in the fuck none of them ever had sex or unwanted pregnancies or
well,
anything
see,
like
they
that?
didn't talk about that. It's just there was a lot of scenes, or at least a few scenes, Where you seen these kids that are just like chilling out, like making out in the corner or whatever. Like, I mean, this castle's huge. So, I mean, you know that there's got to be places that kids fuck at. But I guess, you know, they use the spell, like, you know, deletus the fetus. And then,
Deletus the fetus! No.
and then, you know, I guess they were good. Maybe that's all what they used all their magic for.
Yeah.
They didn't think to get away from evil people. They just wanted to make sure they didn't have a baby.
And Zach come up with that deletus the fetus.
Yeah, he did.
What's the other one he come up? It grew his dick. Erectus?
Oh, I said phallus erectus.
The phallus erectus.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's some people out there. It's got to be like wizard porn stars.
I bet you there is somewhere on the internet a like Harry Potter spoof porn.
There is, like that thing I said, it like Legavian Leviosa. And then there's that cartoon they're going, oh.
Yeah, because it was like the Wingardium Leviosa and then the Accio Bum.
Yeah, Accio Bum, and then literally Hermione's being dragged across and her skirt's being lifted up.
She's like, Ron, stop.
That's how basically it is. They're both like flirting with her, and she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. But this weekend, me and my brother decided to go golfing this weekend with a couple of buddies.
Steve has friends, guys. Steve has friends.
I have friends. I just never went out with them.
He actually has friends he goes out with now.
Yeah.
Yay!
And we went out with him. We went golfing. And I thought we was going to actually like do a legitimate golf game.
How many times have you legitimately went to go play golf?
Once. But this time I dressed up for it. I got in a nice shirt. It was a Hawaiian shirt. I looked nice.
He looked like Magnum P.I. It was wonderful.
I do.
For you young kids, just forget it. He looked like sexy.
Go ahead.
But I was really excited that he told me that he was going to go. Yes, we can hear you talking.
I'm so sorry.
What is the point of you telling me to talk if you're just going to talk and burp over me?
The dip gives me heartburn when I try taking it out for some fucking reason.
As long as it's not going to fall from the ceiling on you.
Yeah. And we can't talk about that right now.
We can't?
But I went golfing, and it turns out this golf place, they actually sell beer, and they let you bring your own beer onto the property to drink. So they basically give you the keys to a golf cart, let you bring as much beer as you want, and tell you to go have fun. And these trails for the golf cart is not marked. It does not tell you where to go. It is dangerous, and some trails, it looks like you should go down them, but it turns out you're not supposed to.
And there's also people's houses.
Yeah, and the people I went with, they knew about golf, and one's been there a few times, and I figured that, Michael, he's been on the podcast. He was on Mechanical Mishaps on one of the episodes. I remember on our second hole, we were about maybe 4 beers deep in by this time. So all of us were sitting there. We golfed, and like I said, the map's complicated, so you really don't know which hole you're on. So after he hit his ball, and we hit all of our balls, and we went down there to go. We thought the green was to our what is this? Left, yeah, to our left. So we go over there, and there's some balls over there. I'm like, okay, this is it. And I'm looking around. I'm like, wait a minute. There's people coming up to the green the other direction. I'm like, oh, shit, this ain't our hole. And Michael just starts to pick. The entire time, we're just picking up balls we find because people just left them there. And I'm like, okay, we need some more balls to hit because we didn't bring that many. Well, Michael ends up picking up some dude's ball that he just made it. Like, I swear to God, like he hit it from where he teed off at all the way to the green. It landed on it. It was perfect. And Michael just went over there while that man was standing behind him getting ready to hit. Michael walked in front of him, picked up the ball, and was like, this ain't my fucking ball, and threw it back down. And as that guy standing behind him going like, the fuck did you just do?
Didn't he say like, I'm going to fucking throw it closer to the hole. I'm tired of this shit.
Yes. Because we played this other type of game. It's called Drop. And you basically, when you have like 9 or 10 beers in and you really can't hit the ball that good, we just kind of ride to the green and drop it on the green and play a little putt-putt.
To give you guys an idea, he left here about 8:30. They're supposed to get there about 9. I'm not sure if they got there right on time or not.
Tea time was at 9.
Okay, tea time was at 9. And before or by 11 o'clock, he had already told me that 2 in the party we're already fucked. So
yeah,
if
so
that
we're
tells
fucked. We was at the third hole and we was done. I mean, we was done. But we still had like, what was it, 18 holes?
It's 18 holes total.
Yeah, so it was 18 holes total, and we're at the third one, and we already like, I don't know,
So
drunk half our
left.
stuff. And by the fifth hole, 2 of us had to go back to the vehicle to get more beer. So, and we both had coolers. So if I don't know what that tells you, I don't know how to say it.
Jeez.
Yeah, and me and Zach, we was in a golf cart together, and then our buddy Joe and Mike was in a golf cart together. And as we was driving around, we was at the third hole, and we hit our balls, and we decided, well, Zach was driving, so we was taking turns driving. Zach, there was a nice paved driveway next to the third hole to go down, because it's a straight downhill. It's about maybe an 80-degree slope. And it was in the morning, so it was dew on the grass a little bit. And these tires are balder and shit. I have no idea. He doesn't look like he's ever replaced them. So he decides to go down the hill, not the little paved driveway to go down. Well, as we was going down, Zach said, we're going too fucking fast, and slams on the brakes. What happens is that we turn like 3 or 4 times while Joe and Michael's up there just communicating to each other. And I was so freaked out, I couldn't scream or yell for somebody. And Zach couldn't let go of the steering wheel, and we spun like 3 or 4 times, went backwards down that hill at full speed, and just smacked really hard in a fucking ditch, and I thought we was going to flip over.
The way that Zach explained it was like, zoom, 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 pause, immediate go backwards.
Yes.
Like, it was like a roller coaster ride.
And no matter what you did, you couldn't stop. And Zach was like turning the wheel. I'm like, oh my God. And it almost flipped over, and my hand and leg was outside of the cart. That's how fast we was going. I couldn't really get it back in. And I was like, oh shit. And as soon as we stopped, pushed him out of the ditch, shotgun some beers, and like, all right, next hole.
Oh my God. I honestly was waiting for a phone call from the jail, in all honesty. I was expecting them to get arrested for disorderly conduct.
I don't think we was too bad. I mean, yeah, everyone else is doing a more professional, what's it called? Medina? What is that? Medina?
No.
What am I saying here? Teach me the English lady. English language lady.
Demeanor.
Oh, demeanor. Yeah, everybody else had a better demeanor.
Yes, not a year. It's demeanor.
Demeanor. Okay, you know what the fuck I'm saying,
attitude.
Y'all.
They had a more professional
attitude. Yeah, I like that better.
Dumb it down.
And by the time we got to like 10th hole, like some of us didn't even get out of the golf carts. They were basically playing polo. They were going by the balls and just hitting it, and then just kept going. And everyone else was looking at us like, the fuck.
Most of the old men found it hilarious.
Yes, and speaking of that, while I was gone, dropping somebody else back out at the parking lot so they can get picked up, because on the way there, we ended up picking up this 16-year-old kid, which knew one of the people was with us. They were good friends with each other because they know their family very well. And he was just walking because he doesn't have his license or anything, so he can't get a golf cart. So I was like, okay, well, hey, you don't need to walk. You can ride with us. He's like, yeah. Which it turned out to be really good because none of us knew what the fuck we're doing. We're just grabbing clubs and hitting. So he actually goes there like every weekend and almost every day. So he does tournaments and stuff like that. So he was trying to teach us basically how to play golf and telling us what tees to use. So he was like a glorified caddy.
So basically, a bunch of grown-ass men that don't know how to play golf are learning from a child how to play golf.
Yes. And it turned out really well. I mean, I took some of his pointers and I actually got pretty good. And he was like, yeah, man, that right there is a birdie and that right there is a... I'm like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. I just like, all right, I hit ball 3 times. All right, let's hit it again.
Start adding like bowling terms. Like, I got a turkey. That's
well, I kept
bowling, Steve.
I kept saying, quiet on the court.
On the court?
Dude, I don't know. I was pretty messed up. I mean, I had a good buzz going, but I was trying to be the most... the smartest one of the group, trying to like, all right, stay a little sober, Steve, just in case something happens, you know exactly what to do.
Because you were with a bunch of idiots, so you knew that was going to happen.
Oh, hell yeah. After all of them got done, like, shotgunning like 9 beers apiece, I was like, all right, maybe I need to be the sober one here. And that's why that kid asked me to drive him back to the, what do you call it? back to the pickup spot so his family can pick him up. Because I was the most sober one, and then all of them were acting so stupid, their family would probably think he was drinking. So I was the most mature one to take him back to the pickup.
Which you being the most mature one is shocking to me.
What the fuck? I am. I'm very mature. I'm getting ready to have a baby. I'm going to be a daddy.
You gonna be a daddy?
Yeah, well, technically, two of us. Joe has children, and his wife's also pregnant.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that they're getting ready. Codie and Joe's wife. I keep forgetting her name. What is her name?
Casey.
Casey. Casey and Codie's going to have a baby just around the exact same time, just about.
Yeah, I'm like 2 weeks ahead of her.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks ahead of her.
So, only thing the men know is that we both had sex within a 2-week time period.
You hear the squeaky noise?
I love that. I bought you a toy.
We bought Titan a lammy because we gave him a bath today. And now he's squeaking it because he loves it so much.
Yeah, we took him over to the Tractor Supply and gave him a bath in that big old... Hey, don't you... I put it up for a reason. You can chill in here and chew your bone. But, yeah, we took him over there to Tractor Supply and gave him a bath in one of them big old metal tubs. And he done really good, so we went over there and let him pick out a toy. And he liked that lamb.
Yeah, he liked the lamb, and we gave him a chew bone.
Yes.
So, yeah, he was such a very good boy. Although, we did get a little bit frustrated... Because as soon as we walked in, there was this older woman standing there. You know, him being a pit bull mastiff mix.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hesitant around him, even though he's the sweetest dog ever.
He is.
And we were walking past this lady, and she was just like, "Oh, you know, that's good that you're socializing him, because you know those dogs can kill."
Yeah, they can kill you. Yeah, they kill you. And I'm like, the fuck?
And she was talking about her dogs that can do. She just sees in their eyes sometimes that. They want to just bite and hurt her grandchildren.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, she breeds Chihuahuas.
Yeah, she breeds
short-haired Chihuahuas, poodles.
Yeah, short-haired.
Man, that's so stupid. I mean, you ever heard of a poodle wanting to kill somebody? Then she kept talking about all these people let their dogs loose and have sex with these other dogs and how they're the problem of the world and everything like that. I'm like, okay, they're just doing what they're naturally doing. You're the one over there inbreeding poodles. To have a good pure bloodline so you can sell them. I understand it's a lot of money and I understand it's good, but dogs are just doing what they naturally do. And I don't see the way I see it, pit bulls and bulldogs or whatever, they kill people because that's how they're raised. I mean, if they're over there attacking people, either they grew up Maine wild, something wrong with them, and that's what someone taught them to do.
That's their instinct to do, but you can also train them to be responsive to you and to protect your family.
Yeah. And
so I found it disrespectful that she said that, because I was like, you just play into the stereotype. And I also found it awful that I find that breeding purebred dogs is some of the worst shit you can do, because that's just basically causing all of these hereditary issues with these animals. And it just makes them suffer. Because
it's inbreeding. It's inbreeding. Because
after
a while, it's the same shit over and over and over and over.
And then they all have issues. And then, of course, those mama dogs, generally, they would probably not produce as many litters in the wild as what if a lot of these dogs are domesticated, obviously. But I'm just talking about, like, in general, I don't feel like dogs would produce that many puppies if they were out and about, keeping other dogs away from them. Because, I mean, you don't know how many times this lady's breeding these dogs. And I found it awful. And I think it's horrible to make money off of animals. You're
money.
A dick. But I just got really mad when she kept saying, like, he can kill. And I was just like, he literally
any
gets
dog
scared
can
of his
fucking
shadow.
kill you. If a Chihuahua wanted to, it could kill you.
Well, no, she said that they can really hurt you, but they're not going to kill you.
Yeah, they said Chihuahuas can maim. I'm like, my Chihuahua ain't maining. I mean,
maim.
Maining?
Maim.
Maiming?
Maim.
I understand.
It's 2 M's.
That's what I'm saying.
You're using an N. Like
that's so stupid. Maim?
Yeah, maim.
Like ma'am?
No, maim.
This is not an English lesson.
Every day seems to have to be, because when we were at Walmart the other day, you were walking around, and we were going to go meet Zach over in the golfing aisle, and he was just like, do you want to go get groceries? Well, I go diddle Zach in the aisle over there. And I said, I don't think you should diddle your brother. I think you should go piddle with him.
I said that in front of an old lady, and she was like, the fuck?
And
what
he was
are
like,
you doing?
the English language is not my first language. And he was like, in my homeland. And I said, Retardia? He said, yeah, where the water is blue and everybody has a helmet.
And a brown crayon.
Yeah.
It's useless as fuck. You can do least damage like that.
You should get a white crown.
And by the way, if the word retarded offends anyone on this podcast,
oh, fuck off.
You really don't need to listen to this podcast. I understand there is people out there that is mentally challenged and some other things that I don't know the correct terms to, but people's been using retarded since, I think, my mom's mom was a little girl, I'm assuming.
I don't fucking know.
I feel like it was a lot worse back then, but still... I mean, to me, retarded means like another word for stupid or, hey, you can't do this. But mentally challenged people, it's been proven. And
we make fun of ourselves. We make fun of people. And if you get offended, there's the door. That's all I gotta say.
It's just because you're mentally challenged doesn't mean you can't do any shit or you're stupid. I mean, I don't understand that. But I'm not going to get into that.
We're not getting into that. I don't care about people getting offended.
Yeah. I mean, come on. This whole podcast is offensive.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
We're offensive.
I'm not offensive.
We're offensive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, and another thing, I want to thank y'all for giving us support about the other podcast. Thank you so much for giving a listen. Please share it around.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is right here. I mean, it'd be good for a long work day or on a long drive home. I mean, we do talk for literally an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you can fall asleep to us. I'll sing you a nice little lullaby.
Please don't.
Oh, God, I can sing so well.
No, please don't.
I can do that whisper shit. What's that shit they do on YouTube where they make a lot of money doing it? They literally eat something really close to the mic.
Oh, like the ASMR
I was
thing?
like...
Ew, don't do that. Stop. It's in my ears. Stop it, please.
It's supposed to be in your ear. That's
I don't
why
want
you like
to
it.
be in my ears.
You don't like that shit?
No, I hate it.
Oh, sorry. I almost threw up on my tongue.
Jesus.
I can show them my magic trick now that I have a clearer mic. Swallow it in my tongue.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
It's a superpower.
It's not a superpower. It's awful. Just please don't do
Yeah.
it.
Well, back what we was talking about. So we ended up golfing the entire hole. I think we skipped like 4 holes because it was so complicated to find any damn thing. And after that, we go to this little gas station / bar / restaurant. I mean, around where we live, that's about the closest thing you
have
get
to have
to a
at least
legitimate
3
bar.
slashes in your business to make it around here.
Gas station / restaurant / bar. So we went to that to get something to eat.
/ dentist /
And from 9 o'clock to like 5 o'clock, all I've drunken was like alcohol. And I'm so dehydrated at this point. I'm like, oh my God, I could drink so many fucking waters right now. But yeah, we went there and we got some food. And the entire time we was there, everyone was so drunk. They were all sitting there like, I guess they're not minding their own table manners, I guess.
Yeah.
So the people we was with, it was like, yeah, give me a fucking pizza. Give me a, give me a damn drink. And that woman was like, looking at us like, the fuck? And I just looked at her. I said, I'm so sorry. It's just, because I'm there all the time and she knows who I am. I'm like, yeah, I'm with these bunch of weirdos. And she goes, ha ha ha, she called you weirdos. Like, yeah, they are weirdos. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. And we're going to make it a every other week thing. And,
really?
I mean, that's what they want to do. So I feel like that'd be pretty cool. I mean, part of me don't want to do that every other week. I'd rather go do something new every other week. Maybe like paintball or go-kart racing or lawnmower racing or...
Lawnmower racing? Where do you go to just race a lawnmower?
I don't know. We all got lawnmowers.
Going to bring lawnmowers into one field and chase each other?
I could do that. Remember that one lawnmower? I tell you a cool trick you can do with your lawnmower. I've done this before, and it actually worked out really well. And I did not watch a video on how to do this. I learned this myself. I think some other people's been doing this too. But take your lawnmower and make you some about maybe an inch spacers out of some steel pipe. Don't do it out of aluminum. It does not work out well. And get some longer bolts. And take your mowing deck completely off. Take the motor and put the spacers in between where the motor mounts to the frame. Put your long bolts in there and just mount the motor back on top of them spacers. That would move your pulley up an inch where it drives the deck for the blades. And then put that belt on, attach the belt to it and attach it to the back, what do you call that, transmission technically?
Axle? I don't know.
Yeah, the back axle where it spins on that little tiny transmission. That damn thing will fucking fly. I swear, you don't even have to mess with the governor or anything. Just jack that motor up an inch, replace the belt with that where that drives the, what the fuck I'm saying? I sound like such a boomhauer thing to say. Yeah, man, you're going to place a mountain on the inch and you know, and you go fast.
You go fast.
You know what the fuck I'm saying. Basically,
People that don't know anything about lawnmowers don't, but I'm sure people that do know things about lawnmowers do.
Me personally, I don't know nothing about motors in generally. I just know how to rig stuff. I know how to wire stuff, and I know how to build stuff. But if that motor blows, I mean, hell, I did mess up the transmission because I was going like fucking flying forward, and then I couldn't stop because I was anxious, and I do not have patience, and I did not fix the brakes. So to stop, I throw it in reverse real quick while I was still going forward really fast, and I just broke the whole transmission. So I was like, fuck it.
I don't know why you didn't know that was going to happen.
I didn't think about it. I thought it was a good idea at the moment.
But I'm glad that Steve had fun. And just really quick, while I'm thinking about it, update on the baby. It's the size of a baked potato.
Why a baked potato? A
Because if you say,
potato
like,
and
a
a baked
regular
potato is the same thing.
No, because when people do baked potatoes, they use the big potatoes.
A baked so
It's
a squash.
7.9 inches. No, it's like 7.9 inches long.
That's what she said.
Eh.
I wish that's what she said.
But anyway, so as far as we know, baby's doing good. We still have 2 weeks until we figure out what the gender is. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Me too. I'm excited as hell. And then my our new buddy Joe and
Casey.
I keep wanting to call her Misty. Speaking of someone named Misty, I need all y'all's help real quick. Let's get a little serious. While we was this includes where we was at the bar.
This should really just include people that are around here though that know us, because we can't really say where we're at.
Yeah.
Because
we live in Virginia.
Yeah, but honey, she's not looking for a place in all of Virginia.
I don't know if I ever mentioned that, by the way. We do live in Virginia.
Yes, we've said it several times.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Bumfuck Virginia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Virginia's for lovers. That's why me and Cody live here.
Yeah, but no, I don't think that story is going to be all that great. I mean, you can tell it.
Okay.
But I mean, for people that live around here and they know us.
Well, there is. I have if my thing's right, there's about 200 downloads in Virginia, so somebody's got to fucking know. While we was at that bar / restaurant / gas station, right after everybody left, and it was just me, Joe, and Zach was sitting there talking to his wife and his baby, which has got a cute ass baby. Looks just like him.
She's so cute.
Smiles like him. It's cute as hell. And we were sitting there, and this woman pulled up behind us to get gas, and she was sitting there, and she looked kind of distraught, and we were just sitting there talking. I just ignored. I was like, okay, just stay out of my business. And then she just looked at us, and she goes, "Excuse me, do you happen to know anywhere that I can rent?" And I'm like, no, ma'am, I don't out of the top of my head. And then I remember the old apartments we used to rent. And I told her about those. And she just started crying. And apparently where she lives at now, she's just scared to live there. I mean, she said she's got 30 days to get out, so something must have happened. And where she lives at, I know for a fact you can't have animals. And her father just died and left her his dog. And she's very, very attached to this dog because her dad just died, and that was her dad's dog. Her dad loved that dog. So she's got 30 days to get out. So she's looking for somewhere to rent. And she just started crying. And Cody's over here knocking over shit.
Sorry.
As I'm talking about a serious thing.
Sorry.
But she started crying, and I hugged her. I didn't know who she was, but I know just Codie going around, but she looked fine, and I had to risk it. Anybody crying around me, I got to hug you. And I hugged her, and I told her everything's going to be okay. And she just started screaming, bawling, like she just lost her own child. And then she just said that she just doesn't want to be homeless. She don't want to be homeless. And she just kept crying and crying. And I told her I'd help her out. I got her phone number and everything like that. So if anyone that knows us or anything around Virginia, maybe near the North Carolina line or something like that, maybe let us know. If anywhere that poor lady can rent that might let dogs go. I mean, because the place I told her, they might not let her do it with a dog, but I put that wrong. I don't think any place gonna let you do it with a dog, but rent with a dog.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really. I mean, when he told us we couldn't have a dog, but I mean, if she kept it as an outside dog and he
she has papers for that dog that she has to keep that dog with her at all times, kind of like a common
it's like
dog.
A service.
Yeah,
animal.
Like a service animal.
Yeah, okay. Well, then that may be different because a lot of times when you have those papers, then it doesn't matter whether the landlord accepts it or not. They have to. if they accept you as a renter, they have to accept those papers because if it's a true service dog.
So what do you do in that situation? Do you just keep the dog secret until he accepts you as a renter and then just drop the dog on him? Or?
No, I mean, a lot of times if you're up front with them, it'll be a lot better. And there are a lot of apartments around here even, I don't know about, I mean, houses, most times they let you have a pet, but apartments around here, you know, they'll let you have a pet, you just have to pay a deposit.
Oh, okay. Because where we lived at, we couldn't have a pet. That's half the reason why we moved. That is, because remember, we found Wendy at the apartment, and she fell in love with that dog, and we were getting ready to move anyway. Well, yeah, but not for a while.
Yeah, that just
I think we rushed in it too much. I wish we didn't rush in it too much. Am I staying on your headphones?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, baby.
It's okay.
But yeah, that right there, that was pretty sad, but I'm going to try my best to help her out. I've been trying to look everywhere I possibly can, and I need to text her. She did text me today. I will read the text to you, though. It's kind of sweet. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, let's see. It says, "Hey, how are you? Thank you for the hope you gave me yesterday, even though it's hard to see sometimes. Wondering how I could get in touch with the gentleman about the apartment. Come across anything else by chance? Thank you so much." So I got to text her back. Oop, I'm just hitting my damn phone on every damn thing. But I got to text her back and see what I can do. Hell, if I had enough money, I'd buy her a damn place.
Oh, honey,
I'd be one of them damn people. Yeah. But I got that face, and I guess it's my eyes. I know a lot of people just like to come up to me and just tell me about like something that's really bothering them.
Yeah.
For no reason. I mean, I've had multiple, especially like older women. I'd have older women come up to me. And one time I was like, what is that story I told you about at the gas station? That woman I come up to, I was buying you a rose, and she was normal. And when I went up there, because it was just a regular day, I was just buying you a flower for no damn reason. That's how sexy I am. And
that was forever ago, because I don't even remember.
It was a while back, and I was at the gas station, and I come up to the counter, and she looked normal. But once she looked up and saw me, she just started crying. And I asked her what was wrong, and then she just basically, I forgot what she told me, but she was just having a really hard time in her life. And I sat there for a good 45 minutes just talking to her and telling her everything's going to be okay. Yeah, I have that shit all the time.
Yeah, you do.
And I got that face because we made well, I call her my Nana now. We met a woman at Walmart, and we went there, her checkout every time. And every day we went there, she looks more sad and more sad. And then one day, she just started spilling everything out that bothered her, and ever since then, she's my Nana. I take care of her, and I make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always check on her. We update her on the baby.
And I was so, I hate to tell her this, and I don't think she listens to this podcast, but for like 2 years, I didn't even know her name. I was like, yep, she's my Nana. I think that's probably why I started calling her Nana.
Probably.
Yeah, and I love her to death. She is so sweet, and her whole family's so sweet, and I try to help them out anything I can. And mainly, her main problem right now I got to help her out with is that I think a relative died, and they need to get a lot of pictures off, a lot of her memory pictures off her tablets and technology stuff she has. So I got to break into them and see what I can do. Use my skills.
Break into things that they already own.
Yeah, believe it or not, I may talk like a weirdo, a redneck, a non-smart person, but believe it or not, I am extremely well intellectual and computers. I can't fucking talk, but I promise you, I can do a lot of shit with the computers, reprogramming and all that shit. I wasn't molested by computers. That is a touchy topic. Oh, Howard.
Stop it.
I wasn't molested, but I can tell you this one story.
But you said rested, Steve. That's what I said.
I thought you said molested.
No!
Shit. We're already in a fucking rabbit hole now. I'm going to have to tell them about the time I got molested.
Oh, my God, Steve.
All right.
Your hearing is awful.
I got headphones on, and all I hear is your voice and my voice.
Okay, but I was talking alone. You should have heard that I said...
Okay. Well, here's a new tidbit of this new episode.
Story time.
Oh my God. Sorry, I had to use that. I hadn't touched that button in a while. Nope, that's a lie. We actually touched it yesterday because me, Joe, and Zach was in here diddling on the microphone, the old microphone over here.
Please stop
So we have maybe a 34-minute conversation being in a different voice, drunk as fuck on this microphone. So I'm going to piece all that together, edit some stuff out I really don't want y'all to hear, and go ahead and put that end of one of our podcasts, and I'll see about getting that to you pretty soon, but not right now. But here's the story. When I was younger, we had...
Trigger warning also.
Yeah, it is a trigger warning and everything like that if anyone gets offended or if this ever happened to them and they're very touchy about it. But to me, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of experience. I mean, that sounds weird. Just listen and you'll understand.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that...
At least he was good looking.
No, he was not good looking. But I was little, and basically my mom's mother, so my grandmother, had a boyfriend because my mom's grandfather died a long time ago before I was born. I never got to meet him. So she had a boyfriend that come around a lot. And now that I think about it, it was weird because only he come around. She never come around up to our house to visit us, but he'd always come around and bring us candy. Which, the candy was from him because it smelled like old people.
I'm pretty sure he rubbed it against his genitals.
I really don't want to think about that.
Before he gave it to... Here, Steve, this is for you.
I mean, I don't want to offend any old person that listens to this, but, I mean, if you're older than me and you have this weird, distinct smell of dying.
So that's what that is.
Oh, okay. Well, that is so sad. I did not mean to remind you about your own mortality. It's a big word for a little man.
Well, especially when you are only well rested with computers.
Yeah. You know what I mean. But he'd come around, and for maybe about, 2 years, he didn't sexually molest me, but I think it could have gone a little farther if I didn't have to mention it.
So far as you remember.
As I remember, and I really don't want to think about being sexually molested. That's probably why I have so many hemorrhoids.
I'm trying to help him. Never mind.
But what he did was that he would always sit me on his lap, and I guess he took a good liking to me, and he would suck on my earlobe, my left earlobe, just suck on it and whisper in my ear. And he would tell me how good grandson I am and everything like that. And when I tell Codie about this, she just cringes and she goes, "That's fucking awful. You didn't think that was weird?" And I'd always say, I mean, it was a little weird, but he gave me candy and...
you are the prime example of what not to do when creepers
don't do
around.
that. Yeah, but I mean, he was introduced as family. So as a young child, you're like, okay, I have to trust family.
Yeah, that's fair.
So in a conversation, I remember about 2 years later. I mean, he'd done this for like a good year and a half, and I asked my mom if I could get an earring, and she said, "Why do you want an earring?" I said, "Yeah, I want it on the left side." She goes, "Do you even know what that means?" Because it was back then, well, if you wear it on the left, you're straight, and you wear it on the right, you're gay, and everything like that. But now it's just free-for-all for earrings and piercings like that, so it don't really matter.
I thought it was the other way around, but okay.
Don't tell me that. I've had an earring since, like, 3rd grade. Yeah, and that's about time it happened. And I told my mom, I was like, "Yeah, I just think it's weird that Howard keeps sucking on my earlobe and whispering stuff in my ear, and I'm hoping that I get an earring and maybe go ahead and get rid of, make him stop." And ever since I told her that, like, he just flipped the fuck out, made a few phone calls, and I didn't hear nothing about him ever again until I was 12. He come out of nowhere and brought me a pair of boots that was exactly my same size. So I thought that was kind of weird that he knew my size at 12. And, well, my mom told me the story that after she told him off and everything broke off, he just basically said that he's going to come up there and take me because I belong to him, and he's going to come take me. And I was like, "Oh, okay. All right." But he gave me a pretty wicked set of boots.
But out of 6 children?
Yeah.
4 of which being boys?
Yeah.
And then 2 being girls?
Yes.
He only wanted you.
Yes. I mean, come on, I am pretty sexy. But
As a child,
yeah,
though.
I know. I was a pretty looking kid. But you got to remember that no matter what happens to you personally or anything bad, you got to remember that just look at it another way. I mean, it made you stronger in a way, and hell, I can joke about it now. Hell, I've always joked about it. I guess it really hadn't hit me how serious that was, but I still joke about that I was almost diddled. Speaking of diddled, I have a cousin named Diddle. I didn't know that wasn't his real name until Codie told me.
like a month ago.
Yeah, his name is Greg.
Harvey.
Damn. His name is Harvey. And we've always called him Diddle and forever. And I thought literally on his ID it said Diddle, and it did not.
I think he is a junior, though, isn't he? Isn't he
he
Harvey
is.
Greg Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah. Because Greg is Greg, but I think his
Greg
first name's Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Uncle Greg.
Now that we've gone through, I guess, Steve's weekend, he had a good time.
Yeah. And we made a new friend.
Yesterday, I come up, and Steve had brought them up here, and I was going to introduce myself / see how they were doing, because I hadn't talked to them all day. And I come up here, and I could hear the drum set from outside.
Yeah, I got an electric drum set, and
I
I'm
was
pretty good at it.
I was like, oh no. So I walk in, and it is so loud, and my poor little dogs are sitting there staring at me like, shoot me, please. And Zach wouldn't stop playing for anything. Like, I was trying to ask him a question. He was like, what?
He says he
awful.
wasn't drunk, but he was pretty hammered. He just would not stop touching it. Every time I try to have a conversation with Joe, hey Joe, I turn the volume down. Home is Zach. Hey Joe, I'm like, the fuck?
Should have unplugged it.
Yeah, yeah, but I was still playing with it, so I didn't want to unplug it.
But you could have plugged it back up.
That's too much work. I was pretty, I don't know, buzzing, and it was hot, and I didn't feel like doing nothing.
Well, and then on top of all that, I went to go visit my grandma and my mom yesterday, and I was talking to her, and my Nana there was this commercial come on of this thing that's like the equivalent of a pad / adult diaper / catheter. That it's this little thing that they put underneath your hoo-ha, basically, as a woman.
Like a pee pad?
No, it's not even a pad. It looks like a hot dog, kind of, with like a little pad thing on top, and they just lay it underneath you. Like, they don't put it in anywhere, they don't put it on, they just lay it under you. And she said that when she used the bathroom...
Was it flat?
No, it was roundish.
How come she wasn't allowed to get up to go pee?
I think it's because whatever surgery she had, she wasn't allowed to get up.
Oh,
But anyway,
okay.
So she's laying there, and she said that she had felt the urge to go pee, and she was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna pee the bed," and so she peed, and then it was like, and it was gone, like it just sucked it up, and she was like, it just sucked it up like a vacuum, and she was like, it was amazing, and it was great, and it was like nothing was wet. It was
like she was talking about the same person that would talk about a roller coaster experience.
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was, oh my God, it was awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, that's how she was talking about it, and I was just like, Nana had the best blowjob of her life, and she had no idea. Is that really?
Yeah, sorry. Technology makes not camera. What the fuck am I talking into? The microphone. Oh.
Sorry,
If
I
you
didn't
hear that
realize that my
static.
smartwatch.
Yeah, I
did
mean,
the
if
same
it gives
thing.
off a signal, it'll make it all.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my
New
Nana
rule,
got.
no cell phones in recording booth.
All right, fine. That includes yours.
Mine's over there. It ain't bother nobody. Go ahead.
Anyway. But, so yeah, I joked with my Nana that she got the best blowjob of her life, and she had no idea. And she laughed so fucking hard, I thought she was going to die.
Let me tell you about the best blowjob of my entire life. I was 16, and her name is Codie. You ever get them ones that make your leg wiggle so hard?
All right, we're not talking about this. Anyway.
It's like wiggling like a dog being happy on July 4th day.
Steve!
Eating all the hot dogs.
Stop
I mean,
it.
that thing was wiggling.
Stop. Anyway.
Make your spine shiver.
Ugh. Oh my God.
What are you taking a mic for? They can still hear me.
No.
If I yell loud enough.
I'm taking it from you. No. But also last week, or really last weekend, I took Steve for his eye doctor appointment for him to get
I forgot
contacts.
to talk about that. I love my contacts. I look so better.
Yeah. No, you always look good. But
Yeah, I look stupid in glasses.
no, you don't. You look great.
I
But that's
look
neither here nor there.
Yeah, all right.
So we went to the eye doctor appointment, and he got his contacts and everything.
Did we
And
already talk about this in the last podcast?
I really don't think so, because we did it before Saturday.
Oh, yeah. We said we was
Yeah.
going to start doing our podcast before the day, and I think it's so funny that we just kind of
Your
got
fault.
lazy again
Your
and
fault.
just did it on the last moment.
Your fault.
But it's not late at night. It's actually 6:40 50 right now, so we're doing pretty good.
Why don't you let me have a story?
Go
Fully to
ahead.
myself.
Go ahead, my sweet love. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. But
My poor baby.
anyway,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna punch you in the nuts.
Oh, I don't have nuts. It's
Stop.
in your purse.
I'm gonna throw the purse.
Oh, you're low.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
so
smack your cooter.
we were standing there. Swear to God.
She over here give me the evil eyes.
I can't tell a story. You literally interrupt everything I say.
Okay, I promise. I love you.
I love you too. Anyways, God dang it.
That was the fucking computer. That wasn't me.
Sorry,
I have no
second
idea
ship.
what that was. I'm so sorry.
I'm
Dean
done.
Gobbler's now online.
I'm done. I'm not
He's
telling the
texting
story.
me. I'm so
Nope,
sorry.
Nope, not telling the story.
No.
I'm done.
It's just telling me he's online.
I'm done.
Here, go ahead. I'll mute it.
I'm
Go
done.
ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
Anyway, so we were talking about it, and he had been talking about it apparently for 2 weeks, how excited he was to go get his contacts back. And so we got ready, we were getting ready that morning, and Steve was standing there, and he was just like, yeah, somebody was asking me at work about contacts and how much it was gonna, how much the appointment was and everything. And I told him, how much the appointment was, but I said that I can't tell him how much the contacts are because mine are more expensive because I got autism in this eye. And I was like, I just froze for a second. And he was like, right? I have autism in this eye? And I started dying. I said, Steve, you have an astigmatism, not autism.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, how many people did you say that to? He goes, everyone at work. And I was like, well, how long have you been telling them that? 2 weeks. And I said, and nobody corrected you? He goes, no, a couple guys thought they had it too.
And, I mean, granted, I do think it's kind of weird that I had a couple people come bring some other people and to tell them what's wrong with my eye.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This eye has an autism. And they're like, oh, okay, all right, autism with your eye.
Wait, so they brought people over like, hey, Steve, what's wrong with your eye?
Yes. Okay, what's wrong with your eye? Can you tell them what's wrong with your eye again? I got autism. Yeah, I don't mind telling you that. I mean, it's a normal thing. Which autism is a normal thing. Not making fun of autism at all whatsoever. It happens. But it's just kind of weird that I am saying I have it only in my right eye.
Yeah, only in his eye. So, did not realize it could be isolated to one part of your body, but apparently it can.
It's better than having autism in both eyes.
I almost, but I almost peed my pants laughing so hard at him because he was so serious. And then there was and then we were going down the road, talking about grandparents. And he was just like, I told him that I liked Papaw. I wish that somebody would have listened to me when I said I like the name Papaw for a grandpa, but my dad likes Pops because he wants to be cool. So I was just like, yeah, I like Papaw. And he goes, well, what did Mama say she wanted to be called? Hee-haw? I started laughing. And I was like, what? He goes, is that a donkey? And I was like, that's the sound a donkey makes. But no, she wanted to be called Baboo.
And my mother listens to this. I did not mean to say hee-haw. I understand you want to be called
Baboo.
Baboon.
No. She wants to be called Baboo because if I'm correct, the way her and Brian text, it always auto-corrected to Baboo instead of baby. And so it became a joke, and so that's what they call each other. I think that's what Brian calls her is Baboo.
Yeah.
And so it was just easier than trying to come up with another grandma name.
I mean, I like the name. She did come up with a Native American grandmother name because we are, I don't know.
Cherokee.
With Cherokee. I'm either half or just a little bit. I know we're Cherokee, German, and Scottish and Irish.
It's in there. It's just the blood's in there.
Yeah, I have no white blood in me. So,
We're not white.
Yeah, I'm not white at all. And, well, my skin color is sort of.
We're more eggshell.
No, I mean, when I was younger, everyone said I looked Cuban, but that's neither here or there.
I think we're a nice beige.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty pale, pasty.
Thank you.
You're a beautiful pasty woman. But she come up with Nani, and that means grandmother in the Native American language. I hope. Now, watch it mean like, fuck you, bitch, in the Native American language.
But he started laughing, and I was like, honey, I think you were trying to think of Meemaw. And he goes,
there
yeah.
we go. That was thinking about me, Mom. Not hee-haw.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
He was just like, does she want to be called hee-haw?
I wish sometimes I can actually calm down enough in my mind to actually make complete sentences.
Or at least think about what you say before you say it.
No,
Because sometimes
I
you say
have
stuff.
no fucking filter. I don't think at all.
Like, better yet, when he was talking to my mom one time, and she got dressed to go out,
Oh, yeah.
and she was like, do I look okay? Like, what do you guys think? And Steve looked at her, and he's like, I'd fuck you.
Yeah.
And I was like, babe.
It was because, I mean, her daughters are basically standing there and going like, yeah, you look okay. Yeah, you look okay. And I was like, I'd fuck you. And she was like, her face got completely red and is like, well, thank you, Steve, for being honest. Yeah, her own daughters wouldn't fuck her, but I would.
Well, that's kind of like me being worthless.
You are worthless. I think we already told that fucking story.
I know, but I like repeating it because you get so mad about it.
I don't, like I said, my fucking chair keeps squeaking. I'm so sorry for the audio.
Well, stop rocking back and forth in it.
I'm trying to sit up and it's hot in here. I had to turn the air conditioning off so it don't make all that in the background.
Why do you keep taking the microphone? Put it in the middle. It's fine in the middle.
And another thing, I know I've been talking about actually recording our podcast, chats. Yeah. Actually recording it so you can actually see us while we're doing the podcast and all the stuff we say. And then I'm always doing some kind of face over here thinking somebody can fucking see me. But we did buy like a really good camera. But I didn't think ahead. I should have got a really good camera that hooks up to the computer to do it, and because it'd be a lot easier to edit. So what I'm trying to do is basically record us doing it and delete the audio off the camera and put this audio in the camera and make it all match perfectly, and then start sticking them on YouTube. That was the plan, and I'm still going to do it. It's just I'm having a hard time doing it, and so we might end up doing it, but doing it on coming out shitty webcam that's already on the computer, it'd be bad resolution, but I mean you can still see us.
Yeah, it could. And also I wanted to say we were watching TV the other day, and it was like the stupidest stuff you could find on TV, or it was like weird stuff people bought or something. I don't even remember what the video fucking was, but basically they talked about the world's tiniest phone,
which actually exists.
Yes, and it's a working phone, fully functional phone. You
can call anybody.
And it's like, I don't, what, 2 inches long? Not even that long, I don't think.
It's maybe an inch and a half, like, long, and maybe maybe an inch wide.
Yeah, it's like one of those old Nokia phones, is what it kind of looks like. And so Steve sees this, and as soon as I can't do it without the phone being close to it. As soon as he sees it, he immediately says, you can stick it up your ass when you go to jail. I mean, seriously, so many tiny phones up there. He was like, you could be the kingpin. Because you could put like 40 phones in your ass and just pass them around like it's candy.
I mean, that is true. I mean, think about it. A phone that fucking tiny.
But I said, who thinks of that when they see that?
I mean, come on. You're going to jail, fit like 19, 20, 30 phones in your ass. You come out, man, you are fucking rich. You run that place. You shitting phones for everybody.
You get so many moon pies at the commissary.
Yeah, no, moon pie. Think bigger. Moon cakes.
Cigarettes?
Cakes.
Yeah, you get cakes at the
Twinkies.
You get honey buns.
Honey
Get honey buns at the commissary. Some of us eat too many honey buns when they go to jail.
But there's got to be a point to where you get tired of all the publicity and all the fame in jail. Someone brings you a honey bun and you just got rid of the awe or wonder how you got the phone there. You kind of just squat on the floor and shit out a little cell phone like, there you go, take it. It's in a little condom bag. They're like, it's perfectly wrapped.
Thank you. It's Christmas time. He's dressed as Santa, just like squatting in people's cells.
There's you a phone. That's a bigger phone than I remember. There's you another. Thank you, sir. I call mother now on this shit phone.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
We could be really good bit writers for a TV show.
I don't know about that. I feel like they'd be really fucked up.
I think that'd be really good. Sorry again for my fucking chair. Y'all just gonna have to live with it.
Stop rocking back and forth.
I can't help it. I gotta move. I'm a fidgeter.
You're a fidgeter?
I'm a fidgeter.
You're a fidgeter.
Yeah. And another thing, what else I was gonna say?
Oh, I will say,
What?
buy the jersey sheets from Walmart.
Oh
They
my
are
God.
T-shirt soft, and they are fucking amazing.
Yeah, like it's like even the little thin blanket that comes with the sheets and the pillowcases, it's like really heavy and really thick.
Yeah.
But it's not like one of them you're sweating underneath it. It's like,
No.
it's nice. It's not that fake shit that feels like, I don't know, nylon.
Very cool.
Yeah, like you can set this shit on fire, it'll just be a hole. It won't be like keep melting.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about setting our sheets on fire with a baby coming. And another thing, what did Joe and Casey give you for the baby?
It's
They have
called-
been wonderful, by the way. They were talking about helping
We
us
have
out.
new friends. It makes
Yeah.
me happy.
I mean, like, side note, it's like me and Zach. I mean, Zach has friends, and yeah, I have friends too, and most of them I don't hang out with. It's basically acquaintances at work and stuff like that. Like, I got Michael, and now I got Joe, and I got I mean, I don't consider you a friend unless we go out and actually have a real beer. And I've done that with a lot of people this weekend, so we're friends.
Not a fake beer. A
Yeah,
real
you
beer.
know what it fucking meant. But what were you going to say?
I was gonna say that they gave us
Oh,
as like
yeah.
an early baby shower present. It's a little monitor. It's called like U-Sense or Sense U. I can't remember. And it's a little monitor that you clip onto the baby's diaper, and it's a breathing and rollover monitor.
Yeah,
so
because
that way,
I told her, I said, my worst fear is worrying about SIDS. And she goes,
Yes.
yeah, I'll help you out.
I am so afraid of that. And not only that, but if you look up the Owlet sock, that motherfucker is between $300 and $400 for the sock.
Yeah.
And I can't bring
Like, I'm
myself
being
to buy
honest.
that.
If I'm going to pay that much for a damn sock, it better work on my big toe. I mean, come on. It better fit on my big toe and tell me what I'm feeling or how I'm breathing.
But I mean, it's just so expensive, and so we were trying to look for an alternative anyway. And she
Yeah.
just gave it to us because she said she never used it, and I thought that was really awesome.
Brand new
so
and it's still in the
Casey,
pack.
if you hear this, thank you so much, and I promise I will make you cupcakes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, she did want cupcakes.
Yes.
And I don't know if you heard this, and I'm probably not going to hold Joe to this, but I will mention it to him. He said, "Where's the baby?" When he's talking about his really expensive diaper bag that he had that said "Dad" on the back.
Yeah.
He was like, "I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. So I don't mind using like a lunchbox or something." He goes, "Hey, I'll get you one. When's your baby shower?" And I'm like, "Okay." That's why I was
That would
explaining
be
where the baby shower is at.
so
I'm like,
cool.
"Yeah, hook me up, brother."
That would be very, very
Yeah, and
nice.
he's also getting a motorcycle too, so we can go riding. And Michael, you know who you are. Michael, if you listen to this, get you a fucking motorcycle. Come ride with us.
Don't do that to that
We'll be the
clumsy
mild ones.
boy. Michael, you're too clumsy for that. Don't do it.
Don't insult Michael, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Well, you probably can, but you've had so many instances that are not good.
I like to think of Michael as a mascot for the Laughing at Strangers podcast.
He's a mascot.
Yeah. I need him to put his face on a shirt.
I love it.
I even took a picture of him to do that. I just hadn't had time. But we are, speaking of time, running out of time. And before we go, I want to thank everybody again for listening to this podcast, making it go up. I mean, hell, we are getting a lot of views, and then we haven't even been on that long, and we're getting a lot of downloads, and I can't really see the views. I wish I knew exactly how many people listen to this show.
Yeah.
If you have anything you want to talk about, anything you want to share, please email us at laughingatstrangers@gmail.com.
Yes.
And we do have a Facebook page, which we're going to start working on, and maybe an Instagram soon. And I'm thinking about Twitter. I really don't have time to deal with Twitter, but I think it'd be kind of fun.
Let's not do Twitter.
I don't know. We might.
Donald Trump's got Twitter. I think he's got that
Well,
covered.
Donald Trump's got Twitter. I want Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's got it covered. Like, nobody's going to pay attention to us.
Well, I mean, I can say hello. And then I can tell people when we're recording. I can call them in real life and actually have a conversation with somebody.
I don't know if that's a
Other
good
than
idea.
you.
Other than me, you don't like having a conversation
I like
with me?
talking to you. I talk to you every fucking day.
Bitches.
But thank y'all so much for listening, and we love y'all.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And what do you got anything else you want to add?
No, just tune in next week.
Yeah. And I had a really cool business idea, but we'll get into another idea about that.
Yeah,
Another.
we will get that into the next episode.
Yeah.
Please,
I'm
for
hopefully
the love
I'd
of
have it up and going by the time the boss man says I can.
God. He's trying to sell my shit, guys.
I'm not
That's
trying to
all
sell
I'm
our shit. We have so much collectibles that nobody knows about, and we have so much to sell. But we're not going to talk about that no more.
saying.
But thank y'all again. Until next time.
See you guys later.
Bye.